Hey, what's up? It's Primetime Football, and today I'm going to talk about how good Alabama is and why they're going to be the national champions. Um, so first off, let's just take an overall look at the team. I think your point differential, your points per game minus your points allowed per game, I think that's a pretty good measure, just an overall measure of how the team's doing. So Alabama's point differential is 30 points a game. So that means on average, they're going to win their game by 30 points. That's a lot. Compared to some last national champions, LSU last year was 27. So their point differential is more than LSU. Year before that, Clemson, 2018 Clemson, their point differential was 31. And the Alabama 2017 team, their point differential was 26. So they're on the upper end of the national champions in the past few years. And compared to some other contenders this year, Notre Dame has a 20-point differential per game. Clemson has 27. Ohio State has 19. And Florida has 18. But I do think there's one team that is either on Alabama's level or above them in these two lists, and it's Clemson. And I do think it's worth noting that they do play in the ACC, which has been not as competitive the past few years, so maybe that helps their point differential a little bit. But it's definitely fair to say that Alabama has a very good 30 points is really good. So now let's just take a deeper dive into the team. Obviously, the offense, we all know, is elite. It's been elite the whole season. But the defense sort of has been the knock on Alabama. It kind of started once they allowed 48 points to Ole Miss. So they're in their first 4 games of the season, they were allowing 29 points per game, which is not very good. Since then, their last 4 games, they've allowed just 8 per game. Just 8. There's a 21-point difference. So it seemed like it kind of started in that second half of the Georgia game. First half, their defense did not look great at all. Allowed 24 points to a Georgia offense led by Stetson Bennett. Second half, they come out, forced 2 interceptions and allowed 0 points. That was kind of just a really great half by them. Another reason that you could see such a big turnaround in the defense is COVID. A lot of defenses have sort of started off slow this season. Maybe that could be the reason. But the emergence of the defense has sort of separated this team from the rest of the pack. Now, there are some great offenses in college football, but what makes Bama the best is the balance between the run and the pass. Obviously, they have the elite quarterback, Heisman candidate, Mac Jones. He's got 2,728 yards, 23 touchdowns. Then they have an elite running back. Or actually, no, I'll talk about the receivers first. Then, obviously, they lost Waddle, which was a big... it hurts, but it seems like there hasn't been much of a drop-off. Now the duo is Devontae Smith and John Mechie, who are both putting up really good numbers right now. So we know their passing game is great, but the run game, I feel, is maybe the strength of the team. You have Najee Harris, who is arguably the best running back in the country, and then you have probably a top 5 offensive line in the country, led by first-round pick Alex Leatherwood. So pretty much at every position group on offense, Alabama is top 5 in the country. You can't name another team that has that. I don't think, at least. Clemson, no, I don't really think their wide receivers are top 5 in the country. Florida does not have top 5 running backs. So, I don't know. And another reason that Alabama is sort of ahead of the rest of the contenders is because each contender has a big hole on their team that you can kind of say, hey, this could cost them a game or two. But you can't really find one like that in Alabama right now. Maybe earlier when their defense was struggling, but not right now. There's no big hole like that. For Notre Dame, their passing game isn't quite elite. Some people might question their ability to keep up with an offense like Alabama or Florida. For Clemson, their offensive line has had some problems, and their defense has had some struggles. For Ohio State, their secondary has been playing very bad pretty much the whole season. Again, this could change, just like the rest of the teams. All these things can change, but I'm saying right now, Alabama is playing the best in college football, and it's not even that close. For Florida, their overall defense just isn't very good. I know some people have said there's been some improvement, but not much, really. I mean, it's still not a good defense. It's probably going to cost them. So, yeah, this is just kind of why I think Alabama's got the national championship on lockdown until something changes, if it changes. And no, I'm not an Alabama fan, but it just really does seem like it's theirs to lose right now. Well, that's going to do it for the video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. Thank you.